So there's a line in our literature in the chapter, Working with Others. It's one of my favorite lines. And like I refer to the literature a lot because that literature is the design for living that I live my life by. And it aligns with my native culture in ways that they're just so aligned with each other, both based in humility. You know, and when I talk about humility, I mean like a sincere desire to seek and do God's will, Creator's will. But there's a couple levels of humility, at least as far as I put together. The first level is humiliation. Sometimes we got to learn through humiliation. The next level is humbled through the pain. Through both those levels of humility, it takes us to the third level where we've learned a lot of lessons, which is a desire to seek and do God's will. And then the line that I want to talk about is, it says, faith alone is insufficient. It goes on to say, to be vital. What that means to me is to give life, vitality of life, to let me live and be awesome in life and happy and vibrant. To be vital, it must be accompanied by self-sacrifice and unselfish constructive action. I believe that whole saying is so important because the self-sacrifice is really important. Most people will look at that line or reply to that line as, oh, I just go help people. I go donate my time and my service to other people. And I'm like, no. What it really means is you understand that the problem is self. Selfish self-centeredness. Understanding self in this design for living, this way of life. Selfishness, self-centeredness, self-seeking, self-pity, self-centered fear. These kind of things take time to understand. And that is the motive. That is what I'm trying to fill inside of me. But I'm living my life on intention. When I start understanding the selfish self-centeredness part, and I'm able to sacrifice that in any given moment or circumstance. Most times I have to ask Creator for help because I can't just change my behaviors and my thoughts and ideas by myself. But in that moment, if I'm aware and I'm willing to do something, I ask Creator for help and I try something different. And once I relinquish enough of this self-sacrifice in the moment, in the circumstance, and that's the real work. That's the real work. That's where it's hard and that's where it's painful, to try something different. And as I do this over and over and over, what happens? I'm able to apply the unselfish constructive action because that is the natural course of this process. Getting rid of self, you understand that you will become of service and you want to help people in an altruistic way, which is where the gifts are.